Good afternoon and welcome back to the brief at 30. You're here with me, Sandro Satyajit. In your local news now, journalists questioned the cabinet spokesman regarding claims of a lack of funds to conduct the local government election.
මේ මූල්‍ය කළමනාකරණයට නම් මේ පළාත් පාලන ආයතන ඡන්ද ක්‍රමයේම පාර්ලිමේන්තු ඡන්ද ක්‍රමයේ විශාල වෙනසක් වෙන්න ඕනේ. මේ දැරිය හැකි ප්‍රමාණයට වඩා විශාල
There should be a major change in the way that the provincial and local government elections are held for the management of funds. There is an unbearable cost at the moment. If an election system similar to the previous system comes into effect, this will be good for the country according to the report by Dinesh Gunawardena. The Treasury does not receive anyone's personal assets or finances. We receive the taxes from the people and funds from the other non-tax income modes as well. If the earnings are at 173 million, government workers' wages must be paid. Retired workers must be paid their pensions. Other payments must be paid as well. We must also pay the interest on government loans. The Treasury Secretary told the Supreme Court that we do not have an income to pay even these, despite how much was allocated before. We do not have funds to spend.
ඒ මූල්‍ය ප්‍රවාහය ඇතුලේ එලෙස දෙන්න විශාල මුදලක් බිලියන ගණනක නැති බව තමයි මුදල් ලේකම්තුමා අධිකරණයට දන්වලා තියෙන්නේ.
Moving on to news overseas now, Russian President Vladimir Putin is due to make a speech today, a day after US President Joe Biden walked the streets of Kiev.
Russian President Vladimir Putin is due to make a speech on Tuesday setting out aims for the second year of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, a day after President Joe Biden walked the streets of Kiev, promising to stand with Ukraine as long as it takes. Putin will update Russia's political and military elite on the Ukraine conflict, the biggest confrontation with the West since the depths of the Cold War, in a speech to members of both houses of Parliament on Tuesday. His analysis of the international situation and outline his vision of Russia's development after the West imposed sweeping sanctions on it.
In sports news, Novak Djokovic has equalled Germany's Sefi's record for almost weeks as world number one after starting his 377th week at the top of the men's rankings.
The 35-year-old Serb has held the record for the most weeks as men's world number one since March 2021. Yesterday, he moved level with Germany's Graf, who first rose to the top of the women's rankings in 1987. Djokovic returned to the world number one position for the first time in 6 months by winning the Australian Open in January.
That's all the news for now. With the brief at 30 throughout the evening with me, Sandro Satyajit. Take care.
TV1